See if we back in there. That's mad crazy, B. What's happening with y'all, man? That's mad crazy. That's mad crazy, B. That's mad crazy, B. How YouTube just glitched on me. That's mad crazy, B. And this is what I want to let y'all know, man. This world we living in, that's why this world don't really want you to know the truth. This world really don't want you to know the truth. The things you need to see, the things you need to feel, because it always distracts you from getting where you need to go or what you need to do, man. It's the pains, like I said, pain. Sometimes it's just an indication. It's time to start removing yourself from people and things. What's the cause of it? My internet giving out. That's pain I'm going through. It's time to, what is it time to do? Get a new internet service. I'm trying to tell you. For real. But we back tuned in, turn up, man. Like I said, today we talking about pain. Pain isn't always a bad thing. I know you might be going through pain right now. I know you might be going through trials and tribulations. You might be going through issues. You might be going through problems. But I'm here to let you know that pain isn't always a bad thing. And sometimes you need to thank God for the pain so you know it's time to let go. The pains like childbearing pains, like when you're having childbearing pains, trying to give birth to a child. Sometimes that pain that you're dealing with, that's God letting you know it's time for the baby to come out, right? So when you're enduring pain, like women who've endured childbearing pain, when you're enduring pain trying to give birth to your child, that is an indication it's time to go. It's time to let it out. So sometimes in pain, you're going to feel discomfort. You're going to feel unpleasant. But that doesn't mean that the pain was meant to destroy you. Sometimes that pain is an indication it's time to let that go. It's time to let him go. It's time to let her go. I've been going through things lately in my mind, thinking about women I've done dated, thinking about business partners, thinking about different people in my life. I woke up this morning and my body is wrecked in pain. So I'm studying pain this morning. I'm studying because every time I deal with something, I go study it. I need to know what I'm dealing with. I studied it, understanding that stress can cause pain in your body. Stress can cause soreness in your body. Stress can cause confusion in your mind. Stress can cause strain in your mind and your body. I'm thinking about all the things in my life that's causing me stress and strain. The only way for me to remove the pain out of my body is to remove the stress and strains from my body. The only way for you to remove the pain in your body, the resentment, the regret, the sadness, the grief in your body, is to remove the pain and the stress and strain that's causing that pain in your life and your body. It's time to narrow down exactly where this pain coming from. It's funny how you could take a Tylenol and you could take it orally and your pain just go away. Your pain could be in your foot, but you could take a Tylenol, digest it, then the pain goes away temporarily in your foot, right? It's funny, right? Which leads me to believe that sometimes a stress and strain from one person or one thing can cause a pain all throughout your body. Because if I could take one Tylenol and my pain leaves temporarily, that means one thing can be causing the pain in my body. The grief in my body. The confusion in my body, the confusion in my mind. This is why it's important for us to understand what's causing pain. That's why it's important for us to understand where the pain is coming from, where the strain is coming from, where the stress is coming from in our lives. So today, pain. It says pain is also suffering. Pain is suffering. So when you're going through pain, sometimes you suffer, right? Pain has so many different dimensions of it that if you don't recognize what the pain is doing in your life, you're going to be succumbed by the discomfort and the unpleasant feeling that you're feeling. When you understand that pain was created not to destroy you, not to make things hard for you, not to make life destructive, pain was invented to alert you that it's time to make a change, that it's time to grow, it's time to do better, it's time to let go, it's time to think differently, it's time to see differently, it's time to move differently, it's time to be different. That's what pain was created for. I was wondering, God, why we go through so much pain? Why do we cry? Why do I feel pain? Like I said earlier, thinking about my nephew. They were trying to get him to start chemotherapy the other day. I was wondering why I felt so much pain. Why I felt so much grief in my heart. Because God said, boy, it's time to let it go and give it to me. It's time to give it to God. It's time to live life in faith. It's time to live life in trust. It's time to live life in truth. If you keep feeling pain on a day-to-day basis, if you keep thinking about your divorce, I was with a friend the other day, and every time I go to her house, every conversation we have, she's talking about her ex-husband. I mean, every time. When will you allow that pain to be removed out of your life? Don't you understand that pain that you're feeling is an indication from God, from the Spirit, from your Creator? It's time to let it go. If something is bringing you more pain than peace, it's time to let it go. If something is bringing you more pain than understanding, it's time to let it go. If something is bringing you more discomfort than comfort, it is time to let it go. If somebody is bringing you more pain than productivity, it's time to let it go. I mean, pain has so many different insights. It has so many different perspectives. It has so many different reasons. It has so many different conclusions, declarations, cures, and causes. You don't know where to start. Pain can be in your foot. You don't know where the pain coming from. Pain could be in your mind. You don't know where it's coming from. Today you just don't feel it. Today you just in so much pain you don't feel like leaving your house, right? Today you just feel so sad and depressed. You don't feel like doing nothing. During those times, it's time for you to sit back and sit down and try to recognize and try to finalize and try to diagnose why you feel like this. And is this a sign from God that it's time to let it go? Is God talking to you and telling you it's time to move forward? Is God talking to you and telling you it's time to move forward? Is your spirit, is yourself telling you, hey, it's time to move forward? Why is this causing me so much pain? Why is my head hurting every time I think about it? Why is my heart hurting every time I think about it? Why is these aches and pains coming in your body? Do you understand that these aches and pains come from your nervous system? Come from the nerves in your body? That's why you feel pain? Come from the nerves, right? So when somebody getting on your nerves, that's causing you pain. The saying that someone is getting on your nerves, that's causing you pain. So anytime somebody makes you feel uncomfortable, anytime somebody argue with you, anytime somebody put you in a position of anxiety, anytime somebody is always talking about problems and issues and this and that and the other, that's what's causing that pain in your body. I'm a doctor and I'm going to diagnose your pain. The reason why you ain't feeling pain right now in your body is because whoever you're around and whatever you're doing is causing you grief and discomfort and unpleasant feelings. That's why you feel pain. The pastor told me the other day, Kimmy, I'm telling you, Kimmy, the pastor told me the other day, I said, Pastor, why I feel so, Lisa, you already know Lisa. Hey, Lisa, you're a realtor, DM me, we'll do some business. But the pastor, I said, Pastor, Crystal, what's happening with you? I said, Pastor, why I always feel grief and pain like after I get in a relationship or go on a date with a woman, I'll be feeling miserable. I'd be like, I just paid $40 for a meal for a woman I never want to see again in my life. I'm feeling miserable, boy. Like, this $40 could have went toward something productive, like myself or my family. He said, because you're giving people something they deserve. You're giving somebody something that they don't deserve. That's why you feel that grief. That's why you feel that resentment. That's why you feel that regret. That's why you feel that misery, because you're giving somebody something that they don't deserve. Victoria, what's happening with you? Yeah, we gonna work, Victoria, for real. The reason why you feel grief, misery, pain, discomfort, and unpleasant feelings is because you're giving somebody something that they do not deserve. Like Lisa just said, pouring into the wrong cups. Now understanding that that cup you're pouring into got a hole at the bottom. So every time you fill that cup up, all it's gonna do is fall right back out at the bottom. That is why you feel the resentment. That's why you feel pain. That's why you feel grief. And it's, Crystal, that's real, but it's not really even about finding that one. It's about not giving more than you're supposed to give. It's about understanding what you're supposed to give, how you're supposed to give it. Miss Denying, what's happening with you? That's what it's about, understanding. You never should give more than you're supposed to give. You never should give somebody something that they don't deserve, like you said, discernment. It's always important for you to really understand what pain is and understand where it's coming from and understand why I keep making the same decisions that I've been making. Why is the decisions I'm making resulting in the same thing? It's because you have never fixed the problem. You took Tylenol, you took an Advil just to mask the pain you never dealt with. Some of y'all still dealing with grief from your divorces, still dealing with grief from your ex, still dealing with grief from your past jobs, from your past career, from your past failures. You're still dealing with things from the past, and you're wondering why you can't move forward, because instead of fixing it, you masked it. It's kind of like just putting a Band-Aid over a cut. Do you understand underneath that Band-Aid, that cut can still be infected? It's like you're trying to stop. And a lot of us put Band-Aids over our hearts. Like when it comes to relationships and friendships, and we put Band-Aids over our hearts because we don't want our hearts to be infected anymore. But do you understand that if your heart is already infected, that can be destructive as well? If your cut has already bacteria inside of it, do you understand when you wrap that up in that Band-Aid, all that's going to do is keep that bacteria inside? So imagine your heart. Imagine your mind. You built this wall to block people so they don't come into your life. You built this wall up so people won't hurt you again, right? But don't you understand I tell people this all the time, don't you understand when you build up a wall, it's going to be hard for people to get in, but guess what else? Those who watching, guess what else? When you build up a wall, it's going to be hard for people to get in, but what else? Let y'all think for a second. When you build a wall, it's going to be hard for people to get in, but it's going to be hard for you to get out. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for people to get in, but it's going to be hard for you to get out. That's why you can't let nobody cause you to build that wall in your life, because what you end up doing is stopping yourself from receiving the blessings that God has for you. What you end up doing is removing yourself from where God wants you to be and putting yourself in a box. And this is what pain does. Some of us deal with pain, we just lay in our bed, just like this morning. I said, I'm going to jump in I was in my bed, laying in my bed. I said, man, do I need a new mattress? Do I need what I need a massage. I've been going through all this pain lately in my body. My body say, man, brush your teeth, wash your face, go to the gym. This is my body telling me, go to the gym. You say, why are you going to the gym if you feeling pain? I went to the gym. moved around, walked on the treadmill, did little weights. My pain went away. Sometimes the pain we feel, we keep feeling that pain because we chose to stay stuck in it. We chose to stay stuck in that pain. That's why our body's still feeling that nerve. That's why we still feel this pain every morning, because instead of us getting up and walking these stairs, instead of us getting up and walking, instead of us getting up and moving around, we decided, hey, I'm going to just be comfortable. I'm going to be comfortable in my discomfort. Good morning, handsome. You actually right about those walls. Went to the gym to fight off the pain. That's right. That's right. And call me handsome in Christ. Call me handsome with God, because I'm not handsome physically. I'm handsome with God. God is the reason why I look the way I do. And shout out to my parents as well. But God is the reason. Thank you. God is the reason for the season. All right? But that's what I realize about pain. That's what I realize about pain. If you stay stuck in it, it's not going to move. It's not going to change. It's not going to. That's what it's going to be. So this morning, by me getting up and going to the gym and exercising and getting my blood flowing and stretching myself out, the pain was removed. How many times had the devil tricked you? How many times have the demons in your life tricked you? How many times have the satans, the people in your life, tricked you to make you believe that the situation you in, you can't get out of? How many times have you tricked yourself to make you believe the situation you're in, you cannot get out of? All you need is faith of a mustard seed. All you need to do is get up. For those who believe in Jesus, Jesus told a man who couldn't walk. What he said, grab your bed, get up and walk. The man couldn't walk. He told the man, grab your bed, get up and walk. Do that make sense to you? If I can't walk, why are you telling me to grab my bed, get up and walk? That is what God is commanding you today. Those who watching, God is commanding you today to grab whatever you got, get up and move on. How can I move on? I'm depressed. How can I get into a new relationship? I'm still thinking about my old one. How can I allow a new woman into my life, a new man into my life? How can I allow a new business partner into my life? God is commanding you today to grab your stuff, grab your shit, get up and go. Stacy Love, what's happening with you? That's what God is commanding you today. Grab your stuff, get up and go. Just like the man who couldn't walk. He said, grab your bed, get up and walk. Say, God, I'm telling you, like past couple of days, I've been going through it, B. Going through it. And I just feel like God just speaking to me, man, keep pushing. The other day I went out on an outing with a friend of mine, and we having a conversation. Yeah, Richard, yes. Richard. Grab it, get up and walk. And the reason why I say grab your crap, your S-H-I-T, because a lot of us, that's what we dealing with every day-to-day basis. A lot of us dealing with so much S-H-I-T on a day-to-day basis, and we stay stuck in the S-H-I-T. But God's saying, grab your get up and walk. Time to go. Problems and all, pain and all, suffering and all, discomfort and all, get up and let's go. Broken all, credit bad and all. Hey, no hope at all. Let's get up and go. Still thinking about that divorce, but hey, let's get up and go. It's time to get a new relationship. Still thinking about that money you lost. Let's get up and go. Time to start a new job. That's what God is telling you today. It's time to shake it off and get moving. Ain't no time to be thinking about the past and dwelling on situations you can't change. All right? So we're going to read from the Bible, because like I said, every Sunday we read from the Quran, we read from the Torah, we read from the Bible. We read from different books every Sunday. So because we have no set religion, we're real religion with the A in it. We have no set religion, we're real religion. We read from all kinds of books, right? Okay, we got Israel in the building. What's happening, Israel, man? I'm blessed. Israel, listen to what I'm saying. And share this with your friends in Israel and family in Israel too, because it's about to be real. It says, God will wipe away every tear from your eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. The older things has passed away. This is Revelations 21 verse 4. It said he will wipe the tears from your eyes. There will be no more passing away, no more mourning, no more crying, no more pain. The old things are passed away. How many of y'all believe that today? How many of you all watching this believe that one day there will be no more pain? How many of you all believe that one day there will be no more mourning, no more crying, no more suffering? What I realize in life, if you don't live your life with hope, you are already defeated. If you don't live your life in faith, you have already passed away. Today I'm here to let you know about pain. And the pain you feel is nothing but an indication it's time for you to get up and get moving. I know a lot of y'all watching right now thinking that this pain that you're feeling is telling your body to stay still and stop. That's what a lot of y'all thinking right now. This pain I'm feeling in my finances, this depression I'm going through right now, this oppression I'm going through, this divorce I'm going through, this breakup I'm going through right now. I know a lot of y'all thinking in your mind, man, this is telling me to stop. No, it's telling you to get up and keep pushing and keep going. In the gym, we know it's no pain, no gain. You need pain in order to gain. Don't let this pain, don't let the devil trick you. Don't let your mind trick you to let you think this pain you feeling is telling you to stop. No, this pain you feeling is telling you to go. Pick up your bed and walk. It says, Jabez cried out, 1 Chronicles 4:10. Jabez cried out to God of Israel, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. He said, bless me, God, enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. And God granted his request. How about we start praying that in our lives? This is my first time reading this. I really don't read it. This is my first time reading it. He cried out to God of Israel. He said, bless me and enlarge my territory. Give me more property. Give me more understanding. Give me more wisdom. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. Let that be our prayer every day. Let us start praying to God that God start freeing us from pain. Let us start praying every day that we believe that we can be free from that trauma, that abuse, that molestation, that rape, that SA, whatever it is you've endured in your life. It's time to start praying and talking to God and talking to yourself and telling yourself it's time to pack your bags and go. You spending your time crying over that dude, crying over that woman. God is telling you it's time to pack up your bags and go. The time you spend thinking about all the people who did you wrong, all the people who lied to you, all the people that tricked you, you could be building relationships with people that's going to bless you, help you, comfort you. And that's today's word. Pain is not an indication to stop. Pain is an indication for you to keep going. David, we read Psalm 69:29. David said, but as for me, afflicted and in pain, may your salvation protect me, God. In the midst of my pain, he prayed, God, please protect me. In the midst of your pain, all these examples I'm giving you are people in the midst of pain still telling God, God, protect me. God, help me push forward. God, help me get through these hard times. God, help me get through this depression. Help me get through my finances ain't right. Time's hard. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. But that's the time for you to pray and ask for help. That's the time for you to turn around and seek help. That's the time. Ain't a time for you to sit down and dwell in it. There ain't a time for you to sit down and give up. That's not the time for you to sit down and feel like God ain't real. That's not the time to sit down and be afraid. It's not the time to sit down and be regretful and resentful and argue and be full of hate. This is the time for you to fix yourself, get up and grab your and get to walking. I moved to Georgia. Since I've been in Georgia, I've been trying to build businesses. I've been trying to do things with business. And it came with a lot of traumas and tribulations. And every time I faced a roadblock, what did my mind do? Every time I faced a roadblock, my mind went back to the past. And you remember you did this and it ain't work? Or you remember this happened and it ain't work? Or I meet a woman and something happened. What my mind do? Go immediately back to the past. Or you remember you dealt with this woman, she played with you. Or I got a business partner. Okay, you remember this business partner screwed you and stole from you? Immediately your mind always goes back to the negative every time you try to move forward, right? Why don't your mind go back to the good times? Because the devil wants to trick you. The world wants to trick you and make you think that pain you feeling is an indication to stop. But in reality, that pain you feeling is an indication to keep pressing forward. Every time you feel pain, this is a indication, an alert that God is with you and God wants you to keep pressing forward. How do we find comfort in the midst of discomfort? This is free, to be free. How do you be free? It's to give it to God. How do you give it to God? By stop worrying about it, by stop stressing about it. Let it do what it do, but you also have to get up and make the best of it. Like Sugar Cane said, the mind can be tricky with negative thoughts, but God steps in with positive thoughts. Exactly. You have to make a decision to be positive. You have to make a decision every day that regardless of what happened, I'm going to keep pushing. Regardless of what I went through last night, today won't be the same. Regardless of I'm trying to tell you, man. But other day I'm out with my friend. A man walked up to me. Right? This is 2 days ago. Walks up to me and says, I said, God bless you. So he turned back around. He said, I'm a pastor. He said, I'm a pastor. I said, well, Pastor, what's the word today, Pastor? He said, the word today is don't give up. That's what he said. Don't give up. Have faith. Keep pressing forward. You know, when you give, God, make sure you have it back, right? And mind you, the man don't know what I'm going through. He don't know what I've been going through. The man say he a prophet as well. He looked at me. He said, God told me to tell you, everything gonna be all right. So I'm looking at the man crazy, like, the man don't know me. The man looking at me, he said, God told me to tell you, everything gonna be all right. And God see you crying lately. You've been crying lately, have you? And I'm like, man, how does man know I've been crying lately? Like I told you about my nephew, that brought pain to me. I think about my family finances, that bring pain. I think about my life, that bring pain. I think about moving forward, how things gonna be. God, what's gonna happen? Like, how I'm supposed to work this out, man? That bring pain. The man said, God see you crying, but God wants you to know everything gonna be all right. Which leads me to understand in the midst of pain, that's how you know that God is real. That's how you know healing is real. You wouldn't know healing if you didn't feel pain. Like you wouldn't know joy if you didn't feel sadness. You wouldn't know peace if you didn't feel confusion. So pain isn't always a bad thing. Pain is an indication it's time to move forward. Pain is an indication that there's help out there for you. Every time I've been when I played football, every time I got injured, every time I had to go to therapy, every time I had to go get a surgery, every time when I was playing ball, do you understand that every time I felt pain, it caused me to put myself in a different position to get more help and get more therapy? Sometimes, I'm telling you right now, sometimes the pain you're going through It's because God wants you to seek more help. God wants you to seek help. God wants you to seek therapy. God wants you to work on yourself, work on your body, work on your mind. This is why you're feeling pain right now. This is why you're feeling pain in your finances right now, because God wants you to use those inventions. He wants you to use that gift. He wants you to use that talent He gave you to go out there and make yourself some money. That's why you're feeling pain in your body right now, because God wants you to get up, use your body, go jogging, go running, do some exercises. Keep pushing through it. Your mind tells you as soon as you feel pain to stop. But I'm here today to tell you that God is telling you when you feel pain, that is a sign to keep going. That's a sign to get up, get your bed, pick your stuff up, and go. All right? So it says 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 21. It says, "For we are taking pains to do what is right, not only in the eyes of the Lord, but also in the eyes of man." Which means we're going through a lot of pain to stay on the right course. We go through a lot of grief and a lot of issues just to walk the right path. This has been going on for thousands of years. But don't you understand that God will reward you as long as you stay faithful? Don't you understand that whatever seeds you sow in this life, it'll come back to you one way or another if you remain faithful? This is why the devil, this is why the demons, this is why the negative people in your life want you to stop. Because when you stop, the blood can't flow. Once you stop and lay down, you're feeling this pain, you just lay down, the blood stops flowing, the muscles stop thinking. Do you understand that muscles have memory? Do you understand that your nerves and your muscles have memory? So whatever you do, your muscles will remember it and act accordingly. So if your muscles remember you giving up, if your muscles remember you sitting down and doing nothing when they feel pain, your muscles are going to keep dealing with pain. But if your muscles remember how you got up and walked, how you got up and ran, how you got up and stretched, your muscles, that will retain inside of your muscles, therefore fixing your nervous system. Do you understand that? That's why I'm here today to tell you, stop allowing the situation you feel to determine the decisions you make. Stop allowing the pain you feel to determine the decisions you're making, because the pain you're feeling isn't meant to cause you to make a decision. That pain you're feeling is an indication and a red alert. It's time to get up and go. It's time to go. Miss Chan said, "I got fired 2 years ago after I went back to church. He been blessing me abundantly." That's beautiful. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes that pain ain't nothing but God telling you, "I got you." Sometimes that financial crisis, sometimes that them debts you owe, that sometimes that's God telling you, "Hey," sometimes He talking to you, "Hey, I got you." Sometimes our mother in heaven, she telling you, "I got you." Our brothers and sisters in heaven, "I got you." Sometimes that's what it is. Not all the time pain is the destruction. Not all the time pain is meant to break you. Sometimes pain is meant to build you. Sometimes pain is meant to bless you. Sometimes pain is meant to transition you. It says Job 6:10, and the story of Job is so in detail. I love the story of Job. It says, "At least I can take comfort in this, because like I said, pain is discomfortable. It's uncomfortable, discomfortable, uncomfortable, discomfortable, all of the comfortable above," right? He says, "At least I can take comfort in this. Despite the pain, I have not denied the words of the Holy One." Job was a man who had boils all over his body. He had sores all over his body, pain all over his body. Job lost all his money. Job lost his wife. His kids passed away. His servants left him. He lost his cattle. He lost his ways to make money and his money, and almost lost his life. But Job said, "At least I could take comfort in this. Despite all that's going on, I never lost faith. Do you understand that with faith or without faith, whatever gonna happen, so why go through it discouraged? With faith or without faith, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, so why go through it discouraged? Why go through it resentful? Why go through it regretful? Why go through it afraid? If whatever gonna happen, why go through it like that? Toy Nicole, we kicking sauce today for real. If what's gonna happen is gonna happen, why go through it like that? So today's word is about pain. I want to let y'all know that pain is an indication. And for those who just coming in, it says pain is an unpleasant bodily sensation. It brings physical discomfort, emotional distress, and typically results from bodily disorders. Pain comes from the nervous system. Pain could be throbbing, could be aching. These pains that you feel on a day-to-day basis could be the things that make you feel the way you feel it. But do you understand the reason why you feel the way you feel is because the world, the spirit, God is giving you an indication. It's time to go. It's time to get up and go. You got this pain in your leg. It ain't time to sit there and just keep feeling that pain. You got to get up and walk. Time to move on. That's why you're feeling pain. Pain ain't nothing but an alert. It's time to get up and walk. It's time to get up and move forward. It's time to get up and change your life. It's time to get up and change your ways. Toy says, so many times we ignore, put ourselves through more trying to hold on. That's what I'm saying. And that rhyme too, so many times we ignore, put ourselves through more to move on, stay strong. It said, I knew better. And that's all of us right now. All of us, like you feeling this pain. It's like, why I keep feeling like this? Like, why I can't breathe? How many of y'all out there have problems breathing? Like, I can't breathe, like my body hurting and all. Every time you think about something or somebody, you start feeling pain. Like, yeah. We need to be in the, hey, Toy, you know, I'll be rapping too. I'm locked in. I got a little studio equipment back here for real. And I got a studio in Atlanta. So if you're in Atlanta, y'all need some studio time, contact me, DM me for real. Cause I got a little studio here as well, so. But I wanna let y'all know this, man. That the pain that you feeling is nothing but an indication it's time to move on. And you wonder every time you get around people, every time you go around people or places, you start feeling crazy. I can't breathe, I'm stressing, my head hurting, my body aching, all these things going on. It's because God don't want you to be there. Your spirit don't want you to be there. Your spirit don't want that person in your life. But you trying to hold on. Like Toy just said, you trying to hold on to this thing that's causing you pain and it's doing nothing but causing you more pain. You feeling pain in your body, so you decide to stay in this bed. That's all your body knows. That's all your muscles know. That's all your mind knows. So if your mind and your body and if your mind, your body, and your muscles and your spirit knows you to give up every time stuff get hard, guess what's gonna happen? Every time stuff get hard, your body gonna shut down. If your body, your mind, your spirit, and your muscles know that every time stuff get hard, you get up and keep moving, it's gonna help you navigate through it every time. That's what I'm saying. Like Toy just said, you can't relax, you can't, none of that, because your mind is racing 1,000,000 miles per hour. Your mind is always racing. Your mind, you're so confused, you're so resentful, you're so reluctant, you're so afraid. How can you move forward if you're afraid of everything just because something that happened to you in the past? Why are you thinking that the worst about everything just because stuff went bad in the past? It's time to listen. If somebody, let me tell y'all something right now. If somebody in your life right now, every time you talk to them, every time you see them, they always talking about problems. They always talking about where they don't want to go. They always talking about stuff. It's time to leave them alone, B. Like, seriously, fam. Like, I don't want to hear a problem every time I'm talking to you, B. I don't want to hear that, fam. Everybody who watching, know I'm recovering from a stroke. I had a stroke last year, right? September, from stress and strain, right? I don't tell people what I'm going through. Every time I can't breathe, or every time I got a headache, or every time I got a body ache, I don't speak on it. I don't go back and tell people my problems every time I have it, because I'm training my mind and my body to endure through it even though I got it. Why don't you train your mind and your body to endure through the grief and the pain you're dealing with? Like I said, muscle memory. Your body is built of neurons. Your body is built on nerves. Your body is built on DNA that has memory banks inside of it. Your body does recognize every time stuff get hard, she give up. Every time stuff get hard, he give up. Every time stuff get crazy, he give up. Every time stuff get tight, they stop believing. Your body starts to remember that. Your mind starts to remember that. Every time stuff get tight, he give up. So when it get tight, it's gonna shut down. But what about the man? What about the man who been through heartaches and hardships? And every time you see him, he don't give up. What about the woman who going through heartaches and hardships? Every time you see her, she don't give up. Why? Because her mind, her body, her spirit align. No matter what happens, this person ain't gonna give up. So your body and your spirit and your mind moves accordingly with the way you moving. So if every day you wake up, if every time you got a problem, every time you got an issue, you always breaking down, you always crying, you always giving up, that's just gonna be your MO. Your body ain't gonna create no energy, no endorphins, no dopamine to get through that. The body is a very complex computer. And even in our computers, if we don't have enough memory, even in your iPhone, if you ain't got enough memory, what happens? Toy, yeah, God has covered me. Miss Chan, for real. The pain had you write a song. Okay. Streaming now. Yeah, DM me the song. I'll check it out. We can do some music together. But what happens with your iPhone when you don't have enough memory in it? What happened with your iPhone? When you don't have enough memory in your iPhone, none of the functions work the way they're supposed to work. You can't do the voice chat. Your Instagram be slowing down. Your YouTube be slowing down. None of the functions on the phone work the way they need to work when your iPhone is filled up, right? When the memory is filled up, right? So what you end up doing? You end up going through your iPhone and deleting whatever you don't need, right? Your body works the same way. When your body is filled up with memories, when your body is filled up with memory, when the body is filled up with these things, when the body is filled up with up to here, pains in the neck, everything in your body, everything in your life ain't gonna work the way it need to work. Just like in your iPhone, you go through your iPhone and delete the things you no longer need. Just like you go through your computer and delete the things you no longer need. In your life, you need to go through it and delete the things you no longer need in order for your life to function the way it should. It works the same way. And this is why it's important. And this is why it's important to know who God is in your life. This is why it's important to know what's causing you this pain, what's causing you this grief. Are you feeling pain because you meant to go through it, or are you feeling pain because God telling you it's time to get on and keep moving? Study the pain. Study the cures. Study the consequences. Study the causes. And God will open your mind. God will open your life. And since I had my stroke, man, I sit down and think about things now. I really sit down and think about things. And I'll be like, man, like, seriously, I really like evaluate and diagnose myself. And I'd be like, man, I'm doing perfectly fine. Like I was just good. But this person called me. Now my body hurting. Now my head hurting. Like this, because you know when you have a stroke or when you have any drastic issue in your life or any situation like that, it gets you on high alert. Like, you got to be high alert. You got to pay attention to your body. You got to pay attention to your things in your life. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, I was just fine. How come all of a sudden my head hurt? I have to realize that this person causes this reaction. This thing causes this reaction. This situation causes this reaction. So it's time for us to go throughout our lives and start deleting the things in our lives, deleting the people out of our lives that no longer need to be in it. This person caused me to change my plans. Every time I'm talking to this person, I create a plan and I got to change the plan almost every time. What is that? What is God telling you? What is God telling you? What is your spirit telling you? What is your energy telling you? Stop making plans with this person. Every time I'm in business with this person, something always going wrong. This person never clear on I'm never clear on what we supposed to be doing. What is your spirit telling you? What is your body telling you? What is your energy telling you? It's time to move on and leave that person alone. So today I'm here just speaking love and light to everybody who watching. I'm supposed to go on tonight at 7:30 on TikTok, and my father supposed to go live at 11, but he gonna go live after I go live on the YouTube. But I felt like I needed to say this today. God has a shield over you to do what you're doing now. Thank you, Sugarcane. And y'all keep me uplifted in prayer too, man. Cause it's not easy. It's not easy doing the right thing, but I'm here today to tell you that pain is the result of God being there with you. Pain is the result of God warning you. Pain is an indication from God that it's time for you to pack your bags, pick your bed up, and walk. All right, we're gonna check out a few other scriptures. LaDonna, we got Texas in the building. What's happening in Texas? What's happening with you? David told God, he says, feel my pain and see my trouble, forgive all my sins. It says, turn to me and have mercy. I am alone in deep distress. My problems go from bad to worse. Save me from them all. Feel my pain and see my trouble, forgive my sins. See how many enemies I have and how viciously they hate me. Protect me, rescue my life from them. Do not let me be disgraced, for in you I take refuge. May integrity and honest protect me, but I put my hope in you. This was David talking to God. At the end of the day, you have to really understand that it's time for you to stop allowing your pain to cause you to lose faith. It's time for you to stop allowing your distress and your problems to cause you to lose belief. It's time for you to stop allowing the things you're going through to stop making you believe in who can set you free from that. It's time for you to stop allowing your situation to determine your decisions. It's time for you to stop allowing your pain to stop you from your blessing. I know a lot of y'all right now watching this want to give up, man. I'm telling you, sometimes I want to give up. Sometimes I want to listen. I've been through a lot. When I tell you I've been through a lot, anybody who know me, y'all know I done been through a whole heap of things. And sometimes I just want to give up. I don't want to push forward. God, how do I move forward? Where do I put this money? Where do I put my time? Where do I put my energy? Like some of us have got so many questions, but not enough answers. I realize that today you'll never know the consequences. All you got to do is believe, though. That's really all you can do is have faith, because you never know what the future holds. You could do everything right and get everything wrong. You could do everything wrong and get everything right. So at the end of the day, what do? Are you going to keep allowing your pain and your past to determine your future? Are you going to keep allowing the things you deal with on a day-to-day basis to confuse you? Are you going to keep allowing the people that's been in your life for 30, 50, 60, 70, 20, 10, 5 years to keep determining who you are? I told somebody the other day, if someone can control how you act, if someone can control what you say, if someone can control what you do, you're no longer yourself, you are them. If somebody can get on your nerves enough to make you get out of character every time, that's your real character. Like for me, if somebody could say something to me or flip a middle finger at me or bump a horn at me, and I'm mother effer this, mother effer you, if I'm doing all that, that's because that's my true character. That's because I'm allowing that person to control me. That means I'm no longer myself. So if you keep allowing your past, if you keep allowing your stress, if you keep allowing your strain, if you keep allowing your pain to determine your decisions you're making, you're no longer yourself. You are a subject. You are subjected to that. You are controlled by that. You are controlled by those things. You are controlled by them. If you want to be free, you can't allow situations and circumstances and stress and strain and pain to determine your decision. If you want to be free, you have to make a choice to be free. Sugar cane, you already know. Charles Setter, you already know. You can't allow pain to determine. I'm trying to tell you. I thought I was healed. Divine said I thought I was healed, but I cannot get over the 17 years I lost. And it's been 5 years since. What happened? What happened? What did you lose in 17 years? What happened? If you don't mind sharing. Because I'm trying to tell you, man, unforgiveness will destroy you slowly inside. Misery, regret, depression will slowly destroy you. And it will slowly affect every aspect of your life and your body. Slowly. It's like a slow, it was slowly, and you're wondering why did your body form cancer? Why did you have a stroke? Why did you have this disease, that disease, and it's contributed by the food you eat. That's what they tell you is the food you ate, the way you live. But then you got to ask yourself, how come people eat worse than me and they don't have that disease? It's the stress and strain in your body and your life the cause of your suffering. It's the unforgiveness the cause of your suffering. It's the fact that you can't forget the cause of your suffering. I sit back and watch people 90 years old, 100 years old, still drinking, still smoking cigarettes, still walking, still driving. And they still pushing. And I see people 40 years old pass away from cancer who never smoked a cigarette, who never drunk a sip of alcohol. So is it really the things you put in your body that's causing you pain in your body? Or is it the things already in your body that's causing you pain in your body? That's the question you ask yourself. Once you realize that stress and strain and pain can cause you to go into devastation, could cause your body to shut down, once you realize that, then you start diagnosing and deleting and depleting yourself and your life from the things that you no longer need. How can somebody smoke cigarettes for 80 years and not have cancer, but somebody 15 years old have cancer and pass away from cancer? How does that work? Leads me to believe it's not what you physically put in your mouth that affects your body. It's what you put in your mind that affects your body. See, our body, we got detoxes for our body. We got detoxes. I could eat a whole bunch of Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger King and do a detox and flush it out of my system. But how do I flush those bad memories out of my mind? How do I flush that confusion out of my mind? How do you flush that depression, that oppression out of your mind? We don't have a detox for that, right? Sometimes you got to sit back and just thank God and talk to God and understand, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. It says stress will take you out quicker than some diseases. I'm telling you, stress. I'm realizing stress. I'm telling y'all, and I'm talking to y'all because pain, like I said, pain is an indication. Pain is discomfort. It's uncomfortable. Pain is unpleasant. But pain is an alert for you to make a change. Every time I eat this food, I get stomach pains. That's a sign that you don't need to be eating that food. Sugar Cane said cancer sometimes is already in your body. We all got cancer cells and traits in our body, though. There's all some kind of trait of cancer in our body, some way, somehow. So you ask yourself, how does this trait grow in some people and don't grow in others? I realize in life, what's going to happen, going to happen. So why go through it stressed out? Why go through it in pain? Why go through it in resentment? Why go through it in unforgiveness? If whatever's going to happen, why would I go through my life stressing about it? What's going to happen, right? So why would I go through life stressing about it? Why are you going through life stressing about it if what's going to happen anyway? If something bad going to happen, it's going to happen anyway. But why go through life anticipating it? Why don't I go through life living life happily? Why don't I go through life living life in peace and love and compassion and understanding around those and the things that's bringing me love, peace, and joy? If what's going to happen, why live my life waiting for something bad to happen when I could make something good happen for myself? Today I made a choice today. And it was a hard choice. I made a choice today to love those who love me. I made a choice today when I woke up this morning. I'm not going to let my pain, my misery, my loneliness overtake me. I'm going to surround myself with people and things who want to be in my life. I'm going to be with a woman who wants to be my girlfriend, my wife. I'm going to be around business partners who wants to grow and do better. I'm going to be around friends who want to see me succeed. I'm going to be around, no matter how much it hurt, to let that go. Because if it hurt me to let it go, that's a sign I need to let it go. If it hurts you to let it go, it's a sign that you need to let it go. If it hurts you to let something go, that is a sign that you needed to let it go. So today I encourage you, stop allowing pain to throw you off track. And understand no pain, no gain. And understand that without pain, you wouldn't know healing. And without sadness, you wouldn't know joy. And without rain, you wouldn't know sunshine. Hey, Divine, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, man. And I just want to tap bases with everybody. Like I said, I let my father go live. He gonna go live at 12 on YouTube. I let him go live at 12. But I just want to share this with everybody. Like, man, it's time out to start. It's time out for allowing your past to determine your future. It's time out for allowing the things you feel to determine where you're going. Like I said, in the Bible, in the Quran, in the Torah, any miracles that anybody did, the person that was going through something, I'm sure they wasn't thinking in their mind, I was blind my whole life, now I'm going to see. But it's something that's real simple. Open your eyes and you can see. Real simple. Imagine a blind man with his eyes closed. And imagine Jesus come down and heal a blind man. But he keep his eyes closed. How would he know he can see? Your past trauma physically right now, mentally right now, Emotionally right now, because of trauma in the past, you've been blinded, not saying physically blinded, but you've been blinded to happiness. You've been blinded to joy. You've been blinded to sunshine. You've been blinded to better days, that better days in front of you, but you used to being blind, so you keep your eyes closed. Not knowing that if you just open your eyes, you can see. If you just open your eyes, you can see that this man in your life is God brought this man in your life to love you. He brought this woman in your life to love you. He brought this career, this job right here to help you out your financial bind. He brought this person out here to help you through your financial situation. He brought this food right here to feed you. But since you're so used to despair and distress and discouragement and problem and pain, you keep your eyes closed. Not knowing that you can see if you just open your eyes. That's what pain does. Pain gets you so used to a certain level of living, a certain level of discomfort, that you are right with dealing with that. You are right with being like that. Because you're so, pain is so uncomfortable to the point that it got you comfortable. That's weird, right? Pain got you so uncomfortable to the point that you're comfortable in discomfort. You're so used to not having. You're so used to things going wrong. Like for me, I'm still sleeping on this air mattress. I've been here for like a month. I got a bed in storage, but I said I'm gonna still sleep on this air mattress, and that's my mind. Mentally, my mind like, bro, it don't even matter. How do you snap out of that? How do you start telling yourself everything matters? I matter. Like, I matter. How can I give money to this person, help this person, help that person, help this person, give to this person, and for me, I can't give to me. I can't take time out to go get a U-Haul, get my mattress and put it in my room. Like, you got to realize what is in your mind is making you comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's the pain. That's the trauma. That's the use of loss. That's the use of losing. You're so used to losing that when you lose, it's like another day. No. You know what? Now that I'm saying this week, I'm going to go get that mattress, man. Because that's probably why I got body pain sleeping on this crusty air mattress. But I'm just saying, sometimes you have to look inside yourself and ask yourself, why am I comfortable with being uncomfortable? It's because you have allowed pain, trauma, resentment, and regret to take over your life. Why don't I want to be in a relationship with a new person? Why I'm afraid to love and let somebody love me? Because I've allowed pain, trauma, and disappointment and discouragement to take over my life, my mind, and my body. Why can't I go out there and buy myself something nice? Why don't I invest money into myself and what I want to do and how I want to do it? It's because I allow disappointment, discouragement, pain and trauma, resentment and regret to take over my life and my mind and my body. There's no way you can give more to someone else than you do yourself. There's no way that you can make sure someone else is comfortable at the expense of you being uncomfortable. There's no way that you can make sure someone else is comfortable with the expense of you being uncomfortable. That's why I'm here today to tell you pain wasn't meant for you to dwell in it and sit in it. Pain is an indication that there's help coming. As soon as you feel some kind of pain, what you do? You go to the hospital, you go to the doctor, you go to the CVS or Walgreens, right? If you never felt pain, you would be still sitting in this bed. Pain is an indication, time to get up and keep moving. Pain is an indication it's time to move on. 2 weeks, oh, that's that. Hey, Charles Setter said it. 2 weeks. 2 weeks to let it go, but strong enough to hold on to it. Too weak to let it go, but strong enough to hold on to it. You're too weak to let it go, but you strong enough to hold on to it. Wow, that's that. Hey, you said that, y'all, son. You said that. Too weak to let it go, but strong enough to hold on to it. I've seen people lift weights, right? I've seen people lift weights, and they pushing this weight. They pulling this weight. They screaming, hollering, pulling this weight. But as soon as something drastic happens in their life, they crumble. As soon as something go chaotic in their life, they depress. As soon as situations happen they uncomfortable with, they give up. But you were just pulling this weight, something that's not really going to help you in life. Because honestly, even the scriptures say physical exercise is good, but it don't help you with nothing in life. Physical exercise truly don't help you in anything in life, to be honest with you. Like lifting heavy weights and, you know what I'm saying, like other than for pictures and aesthetics, but it really don't help you because there's people out there who don't exercise and they live to be 105 years old. Even the scriptures say physical exercise does really nothing for you, but the spiritual and the mental exercise is what helps you through every facet of your life. I've seen people lift weights, 500, 600, 700 pounds, screaming, hollering, straining, and don't give up. But when something crazy happens, they give up. I seen men unalive other men. Because where I'm from, I know them hitters. Where I'm from, I've seen hitters unalive another person, but don't take care of their own child. I seen women buy purses, buy shoes, buy clothes, buy hair, buy nails, but don't help their own family. When the family go through something, they quick to give up on the family. So it's just like, end of the day, I had to really understand, like, what is the causes of these lives that these people are living. Blackberry, I appreciate Blackberry. Blackberry said, you're handsome inside and out. Your parents should be proud of you. Hey, I appreciate that. I pray, every day I pray I do the right thing, man. Every day I pray I do the right thing. But I've seen people strain and fight for something that means them no good, but give up on the things that mean them good. I've seen people fight and press and strain and push to hold on to something that means them no good, but give up on something that means them the world. I appreciate that, Blackberry. I'm here to be an example to the young men and the young women. But I'm just here today to tap in with you. Don't press forward for something that don't mean nothing to you. Don't press forward for something that doesn't mean you no good, but give up on something that do. I've seen people, like I said, I've seen people argue with somebody about a parking space. Or I've seen people argue with people about different things or go through different things with people. I've seen people do all these things, right? But as soon as they get into an altercation with somebody they love, they would quick to walk away. But you were just arguing 30, 40 minutes with the clerk in the grocery store. You were just arguing with the person at Walmart. But you don't want to talk to me. You were just praying to God and fussing with the devil, rebuking the devil. I rebuke you, devil, for hours and minutes and days on intercessory prayer line. But you short, patient talks, and you can't talk to me. You was doing a whole bunch of stuff that meant you no good. But when it's time to do you something that means you good, you quick to let it go. for y'all women out there, y'all love this man so much. Y'all don't. I had a woman listen to me. I had a woman tell me the other day, listen to me, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, this kind of threw me off. She told me that she's looking to start a business, right? For her ex who is locked up. She's looking to start a business, and so when he get out, he can have that business, and that business can help him financially, right? But she said the current man that's pursuing her and dating her has to show her that he's the man and pay for the dates and take care of certain things. I was like, what? So hold on. So time out. So you mean to tell me you're gonna put energy into somebody who can't do nothing for you? You're gonna put effort into somebody who can't do nothing for you, and put the least effort into somebody who can do everything and do anything for you? What sense did that turn me off? I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, Pop he said, get away from her. I ain't gonna lie to you. That when I was sitting there listening to, I was like, well, how crazy you sound. You willing to invest and put effort and energy into somebody who don't mean you no good. And somebody sitting in front of you mean you good and support you and help you, and you not willing to do it for them? Like, what you on, man? Miss Chaz, listen, people like that, you gotta let them go, man. How can you take the money that God give you and give it to somebody who don't mean you no good, but the person that has supported you and helped you, you can't give them $1? You can't give them a time of day. You can't keep your word. You keep your word with other people who haven't been there, who aren't there for you, but you can't keep your word with people who are. You have allowed, you ma'am or you sir, have allowed resentment, regret, and pain to overtake your life. You have officially allowed your past to determine your future. Like Time Rush, Sock by Say, Sock I Fet, man, you already know. People are addicted to familiar pain. 4-4 Queen, what's happening with you? People are addicted to pain. Because people have allowed their pain to determine who they are. But from what I understand, when you feel pain, you go seek relief. When you feel pain, you're supposed to find relief. When you feel a headache, you take a Tylenol. So how come in life we don't do the same? How come in life we don't seek solutions to our problems? How come in life we don't seek solutions to our issues? How come in life we don't try to diagnose what's causing the problem? Because if our body feel pain, we go seek a doctor, right? How come in our life when we feel in pain mentally or psychologically or spiritually, how come we don't seek a diagnosis for that? How come we are right with the anxiety and the stress and the pain and the fear that we feel day to day? What makes us all right with that? What makes you all right with being lonely? You decided to be alone because somebody hurt you. You're not looking for no man. You're not looking for a woman. What makes you all right with being alone? What makes you all right? Why are you not seeking help for that? Why are you not seeking help for the fact that you don't believe in God no more because stuff you went through, you don't believe in God no more? You okay with that? But let your job be late on your paycheck. You're going to raise hell, right? But you okay with not believing in God. Why don't you seek help for that? And this is what I'm just trying to get to y'all today to really understand. Like, it's time to utilize pain as an alert. And it's time to seek help. And it's time to remove the things out of our lives that don't need to be in it. And it's time to change our lives so we don't have to suffer any longer. It's time out. Are you a therapist, Toto Shaw? Yeah, you gotta being therapeutic. Anytime you have a problem, you seek therapy, you seek a solution, you seek a resolve. This is something that you need to seek in your own personal life. outside of physical ailments, outside of physical fear, outside of physical pain. This is something you should be seeking whenever you feel whenever you feel comfortable with being uncomfortable. You need to get some help. Like you said, it's time to deal with it. Toto Shaw, man, my prayers with you. I pray that, you know, God continue to bless you mentally as you keep other people strong. You know, and everybody out there who fighting for somebody else, I pray that God keep you strong. But like my uncle said, don't lose yourself trying to help somebody find themselves. Don't lose yourself trying to help somebody find themselves. So that's all I got to say, man. Like, we tapped in today, and I'm gonna tell you something too. It's okay to let people go. It's okay to let people go. It's okay to let things go. It's okay to move on. Like I said, that pain you feeling is nothing but an indication. It's time to move on. It's time to separate yourself. It's time to grow yourself. It's time to reevaluate yourself. I don't know if the realist is still on, but any of y'all deal with property. I dealt with property for some years now. Anybody who deals with property know that when you purchase a property or when you get a property, before you get it, you need to have it appraised. You need to have it reevaluated. You need to have it estimated or whatever, comped before you buy it. That's the same thing with people. Same thing with situations in your life. You need to have that situation, that person appraised before you start investing into that person. You need to have that situation appraised before you start investing in that situation. You need to have that thought appraised. You say, Moses, how do I have this person appraised? I need you to look at the value of this person. What value can they bring you down the line? When you buy a property, you're not buying a property without understanding what it's worth. You need to know what this person is worth before you start investing into it. You need to know if this situation you about to get into is going to bring you some value down the line. You need to know if this thought is going to bring you where you need to be down the line. You need to reappraise. You need to revalue. You need to estimate. You need to comp everything in your life moving forward. What is this causing me? What is this costing me? What is the consequence of this? What is the cause of this? What can this change? What can this remain the same? What can this do? What can it not do? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself in everything you do. And this is something I'm just talking, but it's something I'm going to start practicing. Blackberry said, pick your people like you pick your fruits and vegetables. Be thorough. But that's the thing about it. People don't even pick fruits and vegetables nowadays. They look at it, they touch it, and throw it in the buggy. People not thorough nowadays with anything. I'm not thorough nowadays with anything. Not thorough. Not every time. Making sure you don't have trauma bonding relationships, yeah. Gotta make sure you look into every situation. How can this benefit me? What is it gonna cost me? What I'm gonna lose from it? What can I gain from it? Like I said, you go to the 9 days, see back in the day, they used to plant the fruits, plant the seeds of the fruit and the vegetables. And they used to cultivate it, sprinkle it, fertilize it, let the sun hit it, and then they pick the fruit. Then you know what I'm saying? That back in the day, we went through all these steps before we ate that fruit. Nowadays, we just go to the grocery store and look at the fruit. In our lives, that's how our lives are now. Instead of us planting seeds and giving it time to grow as we fertilize it, we just want to find somebody, fill them out a little bit, and then start eating it. Nowadays, we don't want to take the time to put the seed in the ground and cultivate the seed and let it grow and fertilize it and water it. We don't want to do that. We just want to get it, fill it out, it look good, it ain't rotten, it ain't expired. Okay, let me get it. Not understanding that fruit Just because it don't look rotten, it could be rotten. I learned my lesson. I'm saying we all learning lessons out here, man. Okay, Blackberry, I'm glad you got those lessons, man. But a lot of us don't have them lessons. A lot of us, a lot of us, like, we go to the grocery, and even when you buying food and bread from the grocery store, all you doing is looking at the expiration date, right? What if the expiration date is a misprint? What if the expiration date on the bread ain't the right expiration date? You open the bag, it don't smell molded, it don't smell bad, it don't look molded, and you eat it, and it could be a molded piece of bread. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Like, how do you have to take time, man? Because everything that looks good ain't good. You know what I mean? You got to take time. You got to plant a seed. You got to fertilize it. You got to water it. You got to let sun shine on it. You got to know from beginning to end. And you're going to cause yourself a lot of issues. You're going to cause yourself not to have a lot of issues, or you're going to cause yourself to have a lot of issues. And honestly, like Blackberry said, take time, but it don't even take that much time. It don't even take that much time for you to recognize. It don't take that much time for you to see. It may take time for you to recognize and accept. But trust me, when you sit back and look back at all the things and the people that meant you harm and bad for you, when you sit back and look at it, you saw that sign early. You knew she was a hoe, bro. Early, bro. You knew she had hoish ways early, bro. When you saw her Instagram, her TikTok, her YouTube, you knew she was showing her body, taking side pictures. Yeah. You knew that early, B. Same thing with the man. You knew that early. He had a lot of homegirls. He was talking to different women and probably talking to men too. You knew this early. You just chose not to look at it. You said back in the day, farmers used to let the land rest. I said being aligned, similar core values, good moral compass, and does the person have a vision? Yes. Said back in the day, farmers would let the land rest in between planting another thing. We do is rest. Hey, that's deep. Said farmers would let the land rest. That's deep. Juicy T, what you laughing at? What you laughing at, man? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Yeah, so we gotta rest. We gotta rest in the Lord, man. And be clear. And be clear and understand who God truly is. And stop allowing the world to decide who you are. And stop allowing God to be something you just rely on in times of trouble. Don't let God be that thing, that doctor, when you feel in pain, you go run to God. Talk to God so God can show you how to avoid pain. Like, before you work out, you stretch, right? So talk to God. Ask God, how can I avoid pain? Don't just help me through the pain. Don't heal me from the pain. But God, how can I avoid even getting into pain? Like you said, rest in the Lord. You got to rest in God. You got to rest in the Spirit. You got to rest in truth. See, a lot of people just say God, but I don't believe in like a God, like a just God. I think God is so many different things. God is love, joy, peace, patience. See, these are the fruits of the Spirit. The fruits of the Spirit. You said, hi, handsome. I appreciate the compliments, but I'm handsome in God. I'm not handsome. As what you're looking at is not a person. This is God that you see. The fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, meekness, faith, and self-control. These are the fruits of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, meekness, faith, and self-control. These are examples. These are definitions of God. So when you say rest in God, that means you're resting in love. That means you're resting in joy. That means you're resting in peace. That means you rest not unalive, resting in peace. I'm talking about peace. You resting in love, you resting in joy, you resting in peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, humility, which is meekness, faith, and self-control. Yeah, just Philly. I had to let them know I don't mean resting in peace now. I mean resting in the peace of God. Juicy T, I'm from Miami. What's happening? I'm from the MIA. And when I realized who God was, when I realized what God is, I realized when I say I love God, that means I love love. That means I love joy. That means I love peace. That means I love pain. That means if I'm being disobedient to God, Juicy T, I'm from the Miami. I'm from 305, for real. 305, for real. If I say I'm obedient to God, then that means I'm obedient to love. That means I'm obedient to peace. If I say I'm in the presence of God, if I say I love God, that means I love love. I love joy, right? I love peace. So that means my life will align with the things I love. How come your life don't align with it? How come my life don't align? How come I'm still dealing with stress? Thinking about some hoe I dealt with in the past. Thinking about my nephew suffering through his disease. How come I'm allowing these things to take over my mind if say I love God? If I love God, that means I love faith. If I'm obedient to God, I'm obedient to faith. So why are you allowing your problems or your circumstances, your trauma to take over you? What do you really love? What really is your God? Juicy T from 305. Okay, 305. DM me, man. You know, we homies. DM me, 305 all day, man. MIA, for real. I'm just saying, if you say that you love God, and God is love and joy and faith and peace and clarity and understanding, and your life does not exemplify that, what and who is really your God? Has that problem became your God? That dude you dealing with your God? Is your ex your God? Your baby mama, your baby daddy, your trauma, your past, is that your God? A lot of people say they don't believe in God, but you believe in something. You believe in fear. If you always afraid, that means you believe in fear. If you always resentful, that means you believe in resentment. If you always doubting, that means you believe in unbelief. Something is your God. Whatever you pattern your life after, whoever you pattern your life after, whatever guides you, fuels you, motivates you, and pushes you, that has become your God. So ask yourself today, will you let pain be God, or will you allow God be God? You say, so good, it becomes our idol when we consume with everything. But that's what I'm telling you. Like, a lot of people say they don't believe in God, but you focusing on that problem every day. You focusing on that resentment, that grief, them issues, that trauma every day. That's your God, B. That is your God. That's what you decided that your God gonna be, that problem. So I'm here today just tapping in with y'all, tuning in, turning up. I'm gonna get off YouTube. I'm gonna stay on TikTok. All right, so Pops, I'm gonna get off YouTube, and then now you can go live. Once this YouTube shut off, you can go live on YouTube. All right, so YouTube world, blessings and love. I'm gonna be on TikTok. If y'all tap in, go to TikTok at Scar Salah, the same thing.